I hate to see that damn bill right now. I am going to be chewing on power like crazy, and Addison's going to have me for breakfast, then lunch, then dinner. And I won't be able to afford them. Well, this is new. Yeah, I'm griping and grumbling, zombies. How are we doing this morning? 1:06 in the morning a.m., Saturday the 21st of September, 2024. We were John C. Roseman, California, if you want to deal with that one, just chew on it. But like everything else, we are chewing on bills, we're chewing on expenditures, and we're chewing on insanity. Case in point, it seems the never-ending enthusiasm of troublemakers just never ceases to amaze anybody as they're constantly rating people left and right, and they feel empowered and emboldened about it that they're constantly doing it now. Just like Oakland had to shut down certain places, and so San Francisco. Other stores closed up shop permanently. We're going to have that kind of thing happening out here in California. Actually, in Southern California areas. We had street takeovers left and right. Just out in the middle of the blue during nighttime. During daytime, nothing. But during nighttime, yeah. When the traffic is less, that's the perfect time for the idiots to go crazy. And then how about hitting a convenience store and raiding the place? And there's not a damn thing the clerks can do about it, or even management. Of course, we're going to be screaming and yelling to the city councils and the county supervisors what we can do about it. We need more cops on the street. Yeah, but the cops want this. We need to get more taxes raised. No, you can't, but you need to put more cops. You can't do that. Why not? What is this, a socialist place or a communist place? No, it's called economics, assholes. Pay attention. In order to get the services necessary, you have to pay, and you have to pay, and you have to pay, and you have to pay. You want the streets? You got to pay for the damn shit. You pay for the money, you pay for the men, you pay for the equipment, you pay for the materials through taxes. They don't like it. They don't like to. They want to keep as much money as we can. I understand the feeling. A lot of businesses out there that we're dealing with, even for our own entertainment purposes, are asking more and more of this. See all those negotiations happening with the major corporations? Disney puts a hold on one or two things, shut down several companies where we're screaming and yelling at our cable or streaming services, telling we want our services back, we want this back. Well, in order to do that, we're going to charge you extra on the damn thing. Oh, I don't care, I want it, but I want you to keep it cheap. Can't keep it cheap because we need to drive up the expenses because everybody else wants the money. If that wasn't bad enough, guys, we got the longshoremen on both coasts, mostly actually on the East Coast, and I've heard about that one, but I think they're going to be affecting the West Coast as well. They're going on strike. They're threatening strike for 1st of October. If they don't get what they want, guess what, guys? Cruising's going to get affected. Cargo is really going to get affected at this point over here. Because we depend upon cargo coming in and out of our shores. Stuff we want to export, we can't. Because once the strike happens, no ships are transporting stuff to and from. What they're bitching or griping about is not exactly the benefits. They're talking about automation taking over their damn jobs, and they're going to keep it. They're going to keep it one way or another. But you know, I don't hear the independents bitching or griping about that, and I don't hear the majors griping about that one either, because once the strike hits us, it's going to hit. That information's been out there for a few weeks already. Almost a month. That they've been having negotiations and issues with both state, local, and companies. I didn't hear anything coming from Buttigieg, Department of Transportation. Where the hell is he? Where the hell is Biden at this point? Where the hell is Harris? Why aren't they, or at least Harris or Buttigieg, going out to the docks and talking to the dock workers, or even to the head of the longshoremen? They're going to shut down because of the automation that's threatening to shut them down. There are companies out there that want to save bucks, but they're going to spend money on automation to knock out the human equation. Welcome to the wonderful world of 21st century where we're going to be fighting tooth and nail with our own technology, with our own Nightmare on Elm Street, our own creations that we're making. We wanted a perfect world, we wanted something, and we're going to have to be paying the price heavily on this one. Now, it's not going to be translatable to the idiots we've got on the streets right now, screeching and yelling and whooping and hollering and trying to kill each other and having a good time. Our own juvenile delinquents we can't even control anymore. We got Florida, who's got a pissed off sheriff who's getting sick and tired of the crank calls coming through, and they're nothing but kids, assuming at this point, that are just telling us that where he's going to be shooting, there's going to be a bombing, there's going to be something here, here, and here, here, here. Because now they're playing the head games real heavily on this one. It's like doing a swatting situation. You ever heard of that term? A long while ago they coined it. That meant somebody was going to be sending a SWAT team to your home because you may have pissed off somebody else, or they think it's a frickin' joke. But it wasn't a joke. Because we've seen homes and people get harassed and terrorized by their own law enforcement agencies sworn to protect the public. But they don't know whether or not if it's a crank call or not, and they would have to investigate. And once they do, it becomes a nightmare. But our juvenile delinquents for this generation, they're gone nuts. So our older generation has failed to put up anything as deterrence to stop this shit. Simply put, they grew up in a time where we have to talk to our kids, not beat the shit out of them. The ones that got beaten the shit out of, there was always a chance that some of them might be turning bad. Well, now, guess what? We got them worse. So we can't talk to these kids. We can't beat the shit out of them. What can we do? Nothing. So now we start losing businesses left and right. Now, am I saying that we need capital punishment? No. The psychologists are going to try chewing on this one for a long while, trying to figure out how they're going to solve the juvenile delinquent problem. They tried to do that back in the 60s and 70s. They weren't quite sure how to deal with it in the 80s because we did have the gang problems during those days. But was it juvenile? No. It was juvenile and adult. But did we hear anything about juvenile issues during those times? Did we? I don't remember it. But then again, we must have had it because it was always simmering in there, wasn't it? 90s and 2000s, now we're getting into that kind of area. We had people going postal. Yeah, I remember those days. We also had to worry about nut jobs coming into our homes trying to terrorize the living crap out of us. Trying to do murderers here and there and get away with shit. They got taggings left and right in our own town. Is that our fault? I don't know. Is it? The thing I haven't heard in our town of Roseman, California, is the crap coming up, as in the constant break-ins into stores, or the spin-outs happening on our streets. It's like we're looking for a vigilante system here, because if the cops won't do it, a vigilante might have to. But that means people taking control over the situation, which probably means a little immediate relief, but then afterwards, forget it. It's like dealing with an itch on your skin that you still can't get rid of because it's not surface, it's deep into the nerve clusters that are getting irritated. But we can't get to it because you have to dig through a hell of a lot of skin and a lot of muscle just to get to that nerve cluster. To get to that it's so irritating. Or worse, when it's so damn ticklish and you start scratching it and it hurts like a bastard. Yeah, I'm news and anatomical, so what the hell. But we need a solution, and we don't have the solution for it. We're going to have to lock everything else down. We're going to have to make convenience stores less convenient. We're going to have to make those kind of places non-existent or very difficult to use as a convenience. For example, 7-Elevens. Some of them are 24/7. They're going to have to start having hours. Even if that's the case, is there a chance they're going to get broken into? But they got cameras to catch the faces. The only thing they can do right now is catch the faces. Declare losses to the corporates. Corporations are going to have to decide whether or not if that market area is too unstable for them to keep a convenience store in there. Most likely shut it down, and that's about it for that territory. So whatever seems to be convenient is going to be inconvenient at this point. Maybe a temporary fix. But what else can they do? I wish I had better answers on that one there. Seeing this stuff happen, it's rattling, to tell you the truth. It's rattling. But I keep hearing from our esteemed Biden administration how low the FBI statistics are. I think they're full of it. I'm calling them on it. Because for months we've been having these burnouts, but never the manpower to take care of them. Or we get all the videos necessary, we can get all the facial recognition going, we can maybe get some pictures going and arrest the guys or ticket our ass. But no, we can't do that either. Only 1 or 2 arrests concerning about the 50 juveniles that went into a 7-Eleven as I was talking about it. And this was after they had their burnouts in the street. One guy, or 2 guys, actually 1 guy, gets nailed instantly. And these kids were on bikes. Basically, they're going through social media, making their plans like crazy, and then targeting. And just say, hey guys, let's get this one. And go over there and make a raid. In this particular 7-Eleven, got nailed twice already. A few months ago, now the second time. And they're supposed to deal with this? How the hell are we supposed to deal with this? Somebody going to tell me how we're going to be able to deal with this shit? I mean, Oakland's shutting down. San Francisco's tourist areas are shutting down a bit, one by one. Stores that people would go into, shops, restaurants. How would you like to go into a tourist town that's no longer a tourist, but no longer an eye catcher, but an eyesore? Oakland's got it. Now Frisco's got it. LA's getting it. Orange County, San Fernando Valley, you name it, we're getting it. But we have the lowest crime statistics. We probably had worse crime statistics when we actually had an orange gas bag saying that he's going to be fixing everything and nothing else got fixed. Everything else just went to pot. But they're complaining about everything else, and maybe they had a point in 1 or 2 things in there. I'm not talking about the immigration. They love talking about the immigration at the border. Like that's going to solve a damn thing. No, it's our own streets and it's our own homes. We try to make it less problematic for the kids by invoking a lot of child abuse laws out there to protect and take care of our kids. But where's the discipline needed? Where's the discipline? Do we need to be like a sheriff out in Florida where we're going to be doing perp walks with our kids? Is that what it's going to be? Shame the crap out of them? Piss them off enough? Well, hey, you're going to be doing the crime, you're going to be doing the time. How about that one? I'll put you in a chain gang here. Then how do you feel about it? This is what happens when you want to do something stupid. You're underage, the parents are going to get nailed and get bankrupt because the fines are going to get that heavy. And then you're going to be putting them out in the street. You think landlords are going to take kindly to it? Even if you're in a rental, you have a house or an apartment complex? Not out here. They ain't going to take that shit either. No, they're not. Because to find out that it's your monkey butt, scratch that. It's your dead ass. That works better. Is the one causing the damn issues. They're not going to have you here, or the family. This past year, we actually had some arson happening here. Very major ones. Not just a little flame here, but a garbage can on fire, or actually a garbage bin area on fire. But also we actually had an area that captures all the dead water, or actually all the runoff. And when it's so dry, we get dry brush in this pit on our property. And we had kids starting off fireworks in the area. And they think nothing's going to happen to us because we're kids. Even while one fire was getting fought and taken care of, little hot spots here and there, and they only had about 3 guys in a truck. We heard that other trucks are in different areas of our town trying to fight the same shit going on. And these 2 kids, these boy and a girl, teenagers, decide they're going to launch fireworks right next to a damn fire truck. Nobody's going to care. Yeah, well, after I saw these kids do the aftermath on the damn shit, after they lit the damn thing up, they're laughing their heads off. I'm yelling and screaming my head off at them as I'm coming close to them. I'm like a wild, angry, crazy old fart. I'm pissed off as hell at them. Pissed. I got videos of my ranting and raving about the thing afterwards. I wish I had the videos to tape them and to shame their ass. They all just scream, "You don't live here. You don't belong here. Get out!" Yelling and screaming as they're running away, calling me names. I don't give a shit about the damn names. You're about to burn my place down with your errant stupidity. That was like a few years back. I still had that kind of same situation where some idiots launched fireworks, the aerial kind. And one of them landed in between 2 buildings in a tree. I was lucky enough we had a neighbor. It was fast enough with his cup of soda, put the damn thing out fast. Otherwise, we would have a burn job going on. But it's stuff like this the kids just don't think and don't give a shit. Because there's no consequences for these kids. We're supposed to have consequences for the adults, but we can't have consequences for the kids. No wonder they're turning into criminals. But not every one of them are screwed up. Not every one of them are screwed up, but I haven't seen these kids, I haven't seen them go after their own. That's the problem. We hear the surprise, but what I'm not hearing is, what are you kids going to do about it? Your home is getting invaded. Your territory is getting invaded. What are you going to do about it? Adults got problems. They don't know what to do about it. They make up the damn laws, but they still can't get the damn shit going. We need money for more cops out there. We can't get the more money because people won't give us the money for it. So we're stuck on that. We have to have the laws made for it. Oh, we can make the laws, but we need the implementation to do it. In order to do that, we need to get it from the folks and from the public who are sick and tired, but they don't want to pay for the damn shit. So in essence, they're also part of the damn problem. I hear everybody passing the damn blame for everything else without accepting responsibility, transparency, or accountability for it. But they'll blame everybody else for the damn shit. Doesn't matter where it is. They're playing the head games. But here comes the reality bite. Yeah, I'm getting more and more disillusioned with everybody these days. Maybe it makes me a more angrier person, and I should be going crazy at this point and then start pointing the fingers. But the fingers had already been pointed. They're just not blind. They're just too damn blind for it. We want to make sure that we're going to be doing the right thing, but we're not doing the right thing because we can't look at ourselves and thinking, it's everyone else's fault, but we don't accept the fault is ours. We see it in politicians with their damn bullshit. They're telling me that they're going to solve everything. No, they need help solving the shit. They're not going to be the ones solving it. We already had an orange gas bag, did that for 4 years and didn't do shit for it. We had Trumplicants like himself in Congress trying to get their own little laws passed, but nothing happened. For 2 years they had control of the Senate and of the House, and nothing happened in the executive branch, and nothing happened. Except chaos and confusion. Without maturity, without wisdom, and without having a head on their damn on their shoulders. No, because they had their heads stuck up their asses. And that's what I'm saying these days. So yeah, I am not one of those I'm not in one of those kind of happy moods right now. Disgruntled because I'm seeing things that are happening right now that they're just not paying attention to. People blame it on everything else, but they just won't accept responsibility, accountability, or transparency. They just won't. And I'm calling them out. Tell me that you are implementing a solution that you already thought of carefully, and that maybe the damn thing will work. If it's going to be causing chaos and confusion, you better hope that you're ready for the damn repercussions. If not, we'll see what happens. But if you're just going to do nothing about it, don't start blaming me about it. Don't come to me about it, because you're the one who's doing it all.